Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Dark Sky. Today we are doing the Crust, the demo. It's a really fun game. It has to do with automation, and you're on the moon, and you're trying to, kind of survive. There's a meteorite that hit, and you're just trying to kind of pick up the pieces and see what's left. Where is humanity on as far as being able to get resources back to Earth and all that kind of fun stuff? So yeah, let's get into this.
This is an emergency broadcast. We have detected an imminent asteroid collision with the moon's surface. We are currently assessing the extent of the damage and the number of casualties. At this moment, our teams are working tirelessly to restore communication with lunar outposts. For those still on the moon, be aware that we are mobilizing all available resources to assist you. Conserve your energy and ration your supplies until further notice. Additional information will be provided as the situation unfolds. Stay tuned for updates. Over and out.
I repeat, Crust has declared a state of emergency of the first degree. Commercial shipments and cargo landings are prohibited. All complexes, resources, and facilities on the moon are now under Crust control. All remaining facilities should switch to emergency frequency and report their status. Conserve energy and resources, and await further instructions.
What's happening? Director, can you hear me? We're receiving reports that a meteorite collided with the moon and the state of emergency has been declared. Director, confirm you're on the line right now. You could have done it more quickly and spared me the worry. Director, there's still no signal from the personnel of the base. I'll try again, but my hope is dwindling. There appear to be no survivors. I'm glad you were on the orbital station when the collision happened. I suggest you stay there as long as possible. We should try to hold out until logistics with Earth are restored. Start with electricity. We still have resources and functional drones. That should be enough for a few solar panels and batteries.
All right, so yeah, sounds like quite the situation that we have. It looks like it took out the majority of the base when the meteorite hit, and I don't know what happened to the people, but all we have left are the drones, and so we need to kind of pick up from basically where we left off. So we need to start by putting down some solar panels. We need some batteries, so let's do some power here, and we want to do solar panels. If you hold shift, you can just lay them down like one after another. So we'll put down the 5 there, and then I want to also put down some batteries here. So I'm thinking maybe like right there. That should probably be all right. 4, 5, there we go. All right, so now we're making our stuff.
The meteorite impact occurred on the far side of the moon. We're lucky it happened so far away from our mission. But the strength of the blast wave raises a lot of questions.
Is that all the head of the research department can say? Somewhere far away there was an explosion and we don't know the cause?
Because scientists are working with proven facts, not speculating on fragmentary evidence. Much more data would be needed to reach the conclusions.
All right, so yeah, it does not sound good for us. But we will make the best of it. So right now, we finally got our 5 solar panels up, so we're good. What we need to do is hook these guys together with some... Again, hold down the shift button while you click on this, and you can kind of move stuff all together. Let's see, there we go. There we go, we got everything all nicely connected. And thinking what we need to do is we need to set up...
We have electricity, but our resource reserves are almost depleted. We need to restore production as soon as possible. Let's start with repairing the elevator to gain access to the underground level. Then build a charging station for the drones. Make sure that elevator and charging station are connected to the power network.
So right now what we're trying to do is to repair this here. These little guys here have already completed our solar panels and all that. We just got done with the darkness, so that's good. So we are in the light.
Director, we're getting word of supply shortages from almost everywhere on Earth. The explosion cut off most of the supply channels from the moon. Millions of people are in need of resources, and we can satisfy that demand. Supplies used to run through the contract system, but it came to a complete halt after the explosion. We might be able to fix that.
Okay, so what do we got here? Drones are idle, not enough power to run the module. Build a charging station. Okay, so we got to build a charging station here for the drones. Let's put that like right here. That's the way they can just easily come right out of the bay and you know, charge up. Every once in a while, I don't know, sometimes it puts a pause automatically for you. I think it's when the things is like reading, you know, little guys come on to talk or whatever.
The explosion destroyed everything on the surface, but there may still be mining modules underground. We need to go down and see what we have left.
Objective achieved.
Director, we need to reconnect the power supply to the underground level. Connect the elevator and electrical pole with wires so we can see the scale of the damages.
Okay, so we just do the power here. This should be easy. Just connect that and that. There we go.
That's better. I see that we have a module to produce smart concrete, but we have an urgent need to resume production of steel and silicone. Director, I have an idea. First, convert 5 drones into miners, and we'll proceed.
The drone reconfiguration module allows up to 5 drones to be converted into mining drones and vice versa.
Okay, so we just did that. We clicked on the building here and just hit plus.
Furnaces, but to start producing any resource, the relevant oxides are always needed. We will now mine them with the mining drones.
Yeah, thank you. So anyways, yeah, so you just click on the plus sign here. We convert, you know, 5 drones into mining drones. So now we have the 5 mining drones. Now what we need to do is come up here. And we want to mine this. So I'm going to put 2 up here on silicone. I'm going to put 2 up here on iron. And I'm going to leave the other one open. I want to kind of do... and just doing some like normal stuff here. Let's see if we can widen this a little bit. So if we can just bring this out like that, just kind of widen that out. And he can just sit there and mine that stuff. And that'll be the, oh, it's regolith. I knew it had some kind of strange name. Basically dirt. So the dirt goes in here, it processes out and goes into this one here. And then it creates the smart concrete. So, and that's what we're going to get off of these walls after we dig them.
Director, we have access to iron and silicone veins. Assign drones to mine the resources from the veins to supply the processing modules with raw materials.
Okay, that's what we just did.
Mining drones extract the oxides, and working drones deliver them to the smelting furnace.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I just said. So basically, everything here is mining iron, is bringing the iron down to this part here. This side here is getting the silicone, is bringing down through this. So, and then the regolith is going into here. So we got everything kind of just working.
Enter excavation mode and assign mining drones to mine resources directly from a vein.
Yep, did that.
You can adjust the game speed by selecting the desired speed using the interface or the hotkeys 1, 2, 3. This feature can help speed up the building process. Alternatively, you can pause the game to plan your future base at a relaxed pace.
It's funny it says a relaxed pace, but on here it says in a more calm manner. So I don't know. Sometimes the voice doesn't really go with what is being, you know, what is written here on the little video. So okay, so we have this going on. We have to get 5 more silicone. That shouldn't be too difficult. We have definitely a lot of steel pumping out. That's awesome. I wonder if we can build anything. Can we build anything? What do we got? Mining. Got this drone thing. I don't know what that does yet, but pressing modules. Here's the smelter. What is this? Oh, that is a smelter there. Okay. So I'm thinking what I want to do is it's supposed to be mining this out. That's good. And then what I want to do here is I want to do a storage, and I want to put like one of these little storages, probably one right about here. And then maybe one right here once it digs it out a little bit. Yeah, if I can dig that out a little bit right there. Let me see. Do I have that drilling out? Yeah, it's drilling. It's just taking its time. Are we in the darkness area now? No, we should be in the bright light. We're not doing 68, 69. It's going up very slow. So we're only we're not producing a lot of energy. So we might need to think about doing that, increasing our energy flow a little bit. Our output is 50, but we are consuming 31, so that's not too bad. Once that gets up a little bit higher, then we might want to think about putting down even more batteries, and then that way we can do more. I think it's like 10 megawatts per each battery we put down. So once we put down 5 more, then we can have like up to 100. So that'd be pretty nice. But we have these resources right here that we are currently making, and I want to kind of build this up to a point where I can put down a bunch of buildings without having to worry about running out of stuff. So right now we got mining silicone up here. We're mining iron over here. We have the drones coming down to the respective buildings here. Iron here, silicone here. And then we want to do, we haven't done research on a conveyor belt, but ultimately we want this to be steel. And I think there is enough room now for my storage building right here. Yeah, let's do that there. And this one here is going to be, I want that to be the silicone. And then ultimately what we'll be doing is doing conveyor belts, and the conveyor belts will just stick right into this, and then we get the resources where we need them. So I'm thinking what I want to do up here is I want to add in a little bit more power. I don't think I have enough power coming through here, so let's juice these up a little bit. And we're going to connect these here. So let's just do this straight through like that. There we go. So that's all nice connected, and we can just keep going back and forth. And depending on how many of these solar panels that we decide to stick up here. But that should increase our power flow, maybe getting our battery to full. I like the battery to be full before we get to the dark side of the planet. We're going to go into darkness here in a minute. So I want to make sure that that we have the power to make it through the night cycle until we end up getting to day. Otherwise, we're going to be kind of stuck in the mud. And I don't want that. I don't want to be stuck without any power. And right now we don't have any we have just drones. We don't have any live personnel or civilians or anything like that, or scientists that are on the base. So you don't have to worry about them dying off or something like that. But the drones will run out of power, and then you're just kind of sitting there kind of waiting for the night cycle to end and get back to day, and then you be able to continue on. But I'm trying not to make, I don't want to get to that situation. All right, so now we are continuing our last solar panel right now. We almost have this mostly complete. It is getting close to the dark time, so might want to think about probably getting ready for that. You can see it is kind of picking up. It's kind of draining a little bit, but the solar panels are still somewhat in the light. We have something up here. Oh, this ginormous thing. It's kind of blocking the light from the solar panels, to be honest. I should have maybe put it right here, the solar panels. That way it's keep them in the light a little longer. But you can see that we're slowly draining. We're at 50% power. So it's like, yeah, it's okay, you know, but I prefer better. I'm thinking maybe putting some batteries down. Let's add some more batteries just in case. And then we'll have to route the power on these, so... There we are. Now, so these also take a lot of silicone, a lot of iron, stuff like that. So as long as we can keep everything kind of running down there, but yeah, see, we're at... I think some of these batteries must be kind of close. Yeah, they are. I was really hoping that some of this would be, that we'd have a lot of this done before the nighttime, but I think the whole base is it's going to shut down at some point. But I'm kind of hoping it would, you know, keep going throughout the night, and we'd be able just to pick up, hopefully, when it comes up the other side. So we're at 24%, and we are about to hit midnight here in a little bit. I guess basically we are losing power right now. We're at 23% roughly. And we are doing pretty good down here. We've gotten the 20 steel. The steel seems to be the easy part. The silicone, it comes a little bit slower, but we're also using the silicone upstairs to create our batteries and everything. So we got to keep that in mind. Now, if you look through here, we can pull this down. We can see all of our resources. So we have the regolith, we have the titanium, which is 13. We got iron, we got the silicone, aluminum, and then you got slag, which is what comes off of like these things when they're being processed. And then the rare earth minerals, we don't make those yet. Organics, that comes later. Helium and, well, water ice, we'll see that, but I have never seen the helium yet. I imagine that's probably further in the game. But once these things are made, then they're made into smart concrete. They're usually the regolith that's made the concrete. The steel is made from iron. The silicone is made from the silicon oxide. Titanium is made from titanium. The aluminum, the same, yeah. And then we have the titanium plates. These are much later in the game. And I never saw the fuel or anything like that. We got medicines, energy, control units, microprocessors, composites, nanotubes, beryllium plate, modular frames, and modular terminals. So we have a lot of resources here, but we are currently not making these. And in the demo, you only would just make actually maybe like the first row or two. You don't really make the bottom one. But yeah, and then this up here is your for your science, for your technology. We'll be able to click on this down here in a little bit once we get to a certain point, and we'll be able to start making more science. And so this science here is for like socials. This is for engineering. Yeah, they're different sciences, and that's what we need. The reputation comes from corporations. You'll make contracts and all that and send them bits of minerals and stuff like that back to Earth. And that's where you're going to make that. The O2 and the water is made from ice. So we got that. And then this is our energy grid. You can see how we're doing on energy. And this is how we're doing. We're currently losing power at 20%. And we're currently in the dark area now of the moon. So we're at nighttime, and we're just kind of waiting out the night and hoping that we come the day and we still have power. We can keep that going. We should be able to produce stuff. Let's see, we hit tab, we can go up to the top side. You can see I have 2 batteries made. It's weird that it always works on these ones here before it works on these, but yeah, that's okay. Like that needs one more silicone. So there we go. We got another battery up and running. And so now we are waiting on this one here. We got 2 more batteries to be made. We won't really be able to use them because, I mean, we are slowly draining on power, but not enough resources to start production, not enough resources to build a module. Okay, yep.
Director, you can never have too much smart concrete, so it's worth spending time to produce it. For this purpose, we have a pressing module, which may not be the most efficient way, but it's good enough to start with. The pressing module requires only regolith, which is a type of lunar dirt plentiful here. Assign mining drones to the evacuation so that we have the resources we need. Free drones will deliver the regolith to production themselves.
To resume shipments to Earth, we'll need to restore communication and significantly expand production. If we manage this in the near term, I'll negotiate an extremely lucrative contract with the aerospace company FASM. They've lost their supplier and are willing to pay generously for an urgent order. I'm still looking into the matter, but be prepared to devote all resources to this effort if you want to maximize the benefits. I'll return as soon as new information becomes available.
Well, that's a start. There should be enough smart concrete for the first time.
Yeah, we got down to like 5% power before the sun came back up. So we got it by the skin of our teeth.
I'll put it on the screen.
Attention. This is Arthur Moore, commander of the Hope 2 orbital station. The station has sustained severe damage from multiple collisions. We have lost key control modules. A hard moon landing will occur in the coming weeks. Request assistance from anyone who hears this message. All crew members are ordered to take shelter in Block 4. I repeat.
The debris from the meteorite impact must have gotten Hope 2. I'm already contacting Crust to report it.
Director, my name is Clyde Draper, and I lead the Crust search and rescue operation. We are aware of the situation with Hope 2, and are already developing an evacuation plan. There's still a chance to restore resource mining and production at your facility, and it's in our mutual interest for you to assist us. We need a place to accommodate the rescued crew, and your base is the most suitable candidate for this. Crust will provide you with the necessary equipment and scientific resources to carry out the assigned tasks.
With all due respect, Director, I do not share your doubts. People are in danger, and if it's in our power to help them, we must do so.
With all due respect, Alice, altruism has clouded your judgment. Crust is clearly asking for grant aid that we cannot afford right now. I suggest we focus on restoring production and resuming shipments to Earth, where resources are urgently needed right now. Also, I've negotiated a prepayment with FASM. We can use their funds if we start reestablishing the contract system now.
But all you care about is profit. If that's the case, think of the technology Crust will provide. It's worth as much as our base in its current state.
Do we pay a fair price for their technology? Don't forget, Director, by accepting Crust's offer, we will allow them to decide how our base is developed. We'll have to focus on the construction of the living quarters and postpone the expansion of high-tech manufacturing and investigation of the meteorite case.
Crust is going to accommodate the surviving Hope 2 crew members at your base in exchange for equipment and technologies for us to carry out a rescue mission. If you accept Crust's offer, you will lose access to the FASM contract, for which the corporation is willing to pay upfront.
Well, it looks like we only have really one option, according to, since we're in the demo mode. So it's only available in full version. But I'll accommodate the station crew at my base, so I guess we're going to have to focus on restoring supply deliveries to Earth. All right?
I hear you. Crust is capable of organizing a rescue operation independently, but the explosion damaged the system for communicating with the nearest facilities. You need communication for full operations on the moon, and we need it to rescue the crew of Hope 2. Your base is the closest to the repeater, and we can provide the equipment for the repairs. It's a mutually beneficial proposal, Director, but I understand if you want to discuss it with your colleagues again.
If we decide to resume supplying, we'll need to interact with others to share the resources, and to do so, we have to establish communication.
Fixing a repeater is no big deal, but the Crust equipment isn't just lying around. already been offered it twice. There may not be a third time.
Crust is requesting your assistance in restoring the communication system on the moon in exchange for equipment to perform work on the transponder.
Sounds good to me. I think we should go with it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Pleasure doing business with you. We'll send you the rover scout and the coordinates for the repeater shortly.
Don't call me cynical, but the best we can do under the current circumstances is try to salvage the equipment that miraculously survived.
Well, let's not waste any time. Professor, you prepared a research plan before starting the expedition, didn't you?
Absolutely. First, we need to increase production. We have smelting furnaces, but we need extractors and refineries to extract the oxides.
All right, sounds like we have a bit going on here.
Underground mining and place 2 extractors on the iron and silicon veins.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea there, Professor Wilfrey. Let's do that. That sounds like a great plan. All right, so we can go in the research tree. We got some research to do here, quite a bit. I'm thinking that we want to do maybe the geophysical prospecting. That'd be nice to be able to see like stuff that's hidden in the dirt that we can't see. Although I'm thinking underground mining is going to be our best bet. So I want to get this going because that's going to be the extractor. I can move stuff around. But I also want the conveyor belt. So that's 160. That's one. So let's do that and then do the conveyor belts. We can do a total of 5 different things here. So we'll do those 2 there, and then we'll bring up the geophysical and regolith refinery. We already have a refineries going down there for the regolith, so we should be okay with that. Let's look at social. We got license for traders and then fundamental. Okay, so that's the other one. Fundamental, engineering, and social. We got landing perform, automatic repairs. I'm thinking automatic repairs might be nice. Drone upgrades. We have drone upgrades for excavation speed, oxide mining rate, medium solar panels, and a fuel generator. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe that medium solar panel might be actually kind of a nice little deal. So, although the fuel generator would be nice too, but I don't know how we get fuel yet. Let's see, we got fuel factory, so I imagine that's how we do it. And what else we got down here? Got repeaters, expedition control center. That's interesting. All right, so I'm thinking this one here. Let's do that. We'll knock that out. And I'm thinking maybe the automatic repair. That would be nice. And then also a landing platform. Let's do that. All right, let's go with that and see how that works. So we need to build an extractor on the veins and then connect the extractors to the network. All right, so we're going to go down below here. We don't have the extractors yet, but it'll be under mining. And, oh, we do have extractors that cannot be installed indoors. That's weird because didn't I just, like, research them? Oops, let's see here. Oh. Wow, we researched them already. That was fast. Okay, cool. Let's get those extractors set up then. Let's see here. So mining extractors. Okay, let's put that out here, and we'll make sure I cover the most here. I'm saying that's pretty good right there.
Don't forget that extractors need electricity. Hold down shift to build a chain of utility poles.
And then I'm thinking maybe one right about there. That's actually missing one, maybe 2, huh? So we'll put that right there. That looks good. All right, and then I want to set up the power on this side here. So right there, maybe one right. Oh, right there. There we go. Just connect that. There we go. And then I think we just unlocked the conveyor belts. So let's see. Oh, yeah, here we go. The regolith refineries. So they had changed the regolith over into the slag and also the right stuff like iron, the iron oxide, and the silicon oxide. So that's what we have going on here. So that is all connected there. That one's all connected there. So we're all good. We just got to wait for this stuff to get made down here. So it's going to go up and start creating these little buildings and get that all going.
The single regolith refinery is a mono-refinery that can only produce one type of oxide at a time. Be sure to select the recipes for iron and silicon oxide to start production.
Okay, so now we have all the machines are made. You can see the stuff is starting to come down the belt like it should be. So in this one here, we have to change this to oxide. This one here, we want to change this to iron.
Director, a conveyor belt will speed up production and eliminate the need for drones in resource delivery. I advise you to keep an eye on this technology.
You heard him, Director. Now we have a steel production chain, but we can increase its efficiency by connecting the modules with conveyor belts. It will reduce the load for drones and speed up production. Exactly what we need right now.
Well, yeah, that's all done.
Objective achieved.
Use the conveyor tool and connect the extractor to the refinery and smelting furnace. This way, the resource-rich regolith will go into the refinery without needing to engage drones. Optimization at its best.
Director, we managed to send the research rover scout. It's essential for your mission. Examine the satellite repeater and activate it by any means possible. Mr. Ratchet will help you sort out the controls. You're free to use data that will help the mission. Some of it will expedite the research. Professor Wilfrey knows what to do with it. However, remember that all ship logs, crew records, and other materials related to the incident are the property of Crust. Your company has no authority to examine this information.
Ratchet, did you hear? Crust put you in charge of the new toy. Don't mess it up. They won't give us another one.
I wouldn't laugh at that if I were you. We're sending an expensive machine off base where the satellite link doesn't work. If we lose it, well... Anyway, Director, let's get back to work. Land the cargo pod with the rover and we'll continue. Horizon 6. Almost everything has been modified. Only the hull is original. There's serious hardware there. Even Crust doesn't have much like it. Send it off base and see what we can find with it.
Okay, so we have that all set up. We're back in the darkness again, but we have a little bit more battery life this time around, so we are doing a little bit better. We have this set up. Let's set this, make sure that this is high priority. Okay, so those should be high priority, even though they still say that they're not receiving. Oh, yes. I forgot to connect the power to them. So don't forget to do that. So we need to connect this power to that. And that to that.
Crust has sent the coordinates of the repeater. Let's send the rover there and try to deal with that piece of junk.
All right, so we're going to take this. We're going to send this guy on a expedition. So set him up to the repeater and go investigate.
Colleagues, I'll remind you that we already received payment for the FASM contract, but haven't started fulfilling it yet. We need to hurry up to avoid damaging our reputation as a reliable supplier.
In this case, we need to research and build a landing platform.
I think I'm already ahead of you on that there, lady. So, yeah, we have to make a landing platform, research and all that.
Consider it my duty to remind you that lunar research is divided into three main fields: fundamental, engineering, and social. Each laboratory is capable of conducting independent research, but studying certain technologies may require the cooperation of multiple fields. All available research is grouped into three main directions: fundamental, engineering, and social. Fundamental research is responsible for logistics and communication with other organizations, as well as drone improvements. Engineering research helps develop mining and production. Social research ensures that colonists at the base live and work comfortably. Some research requires multiple types of science points at once. You can assign tasks in different sections, and then the research plan will be conducted in parallel. The speed of research depends on your science points income. You can always rearrange your research to actualize the priorities for your current goals.
Okay, so we got our automatic repairs being made. We have one type of research we don't have being made is this. So this one should, no, social is one that's not being made right now. Let's get that going. So now we are using all three of our researches all at once. This is good news. So we are doing good. Now this one here is just a blue. This one is actually both what engineering and, or no, fundamental and engineering. And then this one here is just social. So that's looking pretty snazzy, pretty good. I would say this guy here is still kind of on his way doing his thing. He's almost out of battery life because he's on the dark side of the moon and he's a solar powered vehicle. So I imagine he's going to put out here after a little while. And then let's see here. What else we got here? Everything seems to be processing pretty thoroughly down here. We have 48 on the silicone, 77 on steel, and 18 on the smart concrete. I'm thinking what we need to do is do a little bit more mining. We got stuff here that isn't, nothing's happening. Maybe we can, you know, just kind of iron out this area here. Kind of open this up. Just come bringing that down here. And we're just going to take this whole thing out right here. Kind of open it up for ourselves so that we don't have like this little area here. Let's do the same right here. We'll get rid of that. And we'll do this here and just get rid of that.
It looks like the rover has run out of power. Now, it couldn't beat a turtle in a race, and until the sun is up again, there's nothing we can do about it. The rover is solar powered, and as soon as the sun goes down, it starts using energy from its batteries. Keep this in mind when planning long-distance expeditions.
Yep, I knew that's going to happen. So, which I mentioned earlier that was going to happen. So let's see here. Where was I? So just knocking out this area right here. Get this out of the way. I'm thinking it'd be nice to actually just take this all the way down here, go across here. We'll just take all this out right here. And that should be pretty nice. So we'll have like just this little extra room here. And we need this anyways to fuel all this. Now you see this here, this is basalt. This is hard rock, so we're not going to be able to mine through this. So that's okay. I can deal with that. Later on, we'll be able to research and be able to research hard rock, on mining hard rock. And so we'll be able to get through this basalt easily. But for now, you know, we'll just kind of knock out what we can and get as much of this area knocked out so that we can kind of open up this area a little bit. And we're going to need the regoliths anyways for making our smart bricks, which is currently what's going on here. They're all bringing the stuff in for go into this machine, which is going to be our smart brick. So now we did examine the repeater. That thing is it's on hold because he's not able to make it. Researching the platform, we are currently It says it's going to take 14.2 days. I mean, 14.8 days. Seems to kind of be fluctuating. So it's going to take a little while. Yeah. I'm thinking what we need to do is kind of speed things up here a little bit. Okay, so now we seem to be doing pretty good. We got everything's back on order. You can see up here we're starting to make energy again, so that's good. Try to get those that solar panels, the lights coming out. So we got plenty of energy. You can see that I mined out quite a bit of this area here. We're still kind of working our way around. We got a bunch of basalt here that's kind of blocking our way. But we got plenty of resources. We're at 103 on the steel, 81 on silicon, and then we have 23 of the smart concrete. So we're doing all right. We're doing decent. All right, so we can look up top here. We can see that the batteries are slowly charging up. They're about 50% roughly. Oh yeah, we got some research done. Let's see here. What do we got to do? So we have engineering going and we have fundamental going here. So we need something for social. So I'm thinking here, probably that ice melter would be nice. Let's do that. No, wait, that's the green. Yeah, okay, yep, we're good. Okay, so now we can look out here. We can see how our little guy is doing. He looks like he is right in there. You can see he's got some power, so that's good. We're doing good. So you should be almost in there. And let's see, we'll look down below, see how we're doing down here. Starting to dig this area out. That's good. This has all been dug out. It looks like you got some crazy looking, stuff going on down here. And we are making quite a bit of resources, so we're doing pretty good here. What I'm thinking, what I want to do is imagine this only 102, and that's 97, but it can hold like 2K of slag. When that gets up a little bit fuller, I might bring that in. So
to fully reactivate the repeater under the current circumstances. It will still serve our mission, but it is no longer connected to Earth. We extracted the necessary data, but I'd suggest holding off on reporting it to Crust. It's full of valuable resources that would come in handy at our base.
Mr. Ratchet, are you out of your mind? You're going to go behind Crust's back, and this rover isn't even capable of carrying cargo.
We'll report the data we found after retrieving the surviving resources. Crust doesn't necessarily need to know they existed. For delivery, let's try to fix this piece of scrap metal, Pathfinder 3B. It's an outdated model, but it has increased maneuverability and payload capacity. Just what we need.
And then he didn't say the final decision is yours, Director. But anyways, claim the resources for yourself or report to Crust about the resources. I'm a pretty honest kind of guy, so I think I'm going to go with reporting it. And in hopes that maybe he'll end up giving us, some extra resources, down the way.
Crust may seem friendly, but don't forget they control all the ins and outs of the moon. We don't need to make enemies among the creators of the space elevator. Transmitting message to Crust.
Objective achieved.
Thank you for forwarding that data. We anticipated that restoring communication might not be easy, but the situation is even worse than expected. The entire lunar navigation system is down. Listen to me carefully, Director. From now on, any information you receive from Crust must be classified as confidential. You are tasked with organizing and providing an expedition to the far side of the moon, to the meteorite impact site. To accomplish this, you will need to obtain navigation data for the transport, deploy a life support system for the operators, await further instructions.
So, Crust signed us up for a top-secret operation without even asking the Director.
It surprises me that they ask for his opinion about accommodating Hope 2. Usually, if Crust wants something, they don't ask permission.
Given the current situation, This is even to our advantage. Their capabilities on the moon now depend on us. This means we can get everything we need from them in exchange for cooperation. Crust's tasks require significant resource investment, which means we need to seriously expand our manufacturing capabilities. Let's start producing components. We need titanium to manufacture parts. Find titanium deposits among the regolith using an ore detector to seriously expand our manufacturing capabilities. Let's start producing components.
All right, well, that looks pretty good. We got quite a ways, and we got a lot done, and it's starting to get really interesting. I ain't gonna lie. But I think this is where we're going to end our adventure for today. I thank you for coming along and joining us on this. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and hit that like and let me know if you're really enjoying this content. If I receive a lot of likes, I'll look forward to making more content of it like this in the future. And comment down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Also, you'll find more information about this game in the description, as well as where to purchase it. And I hope to see you on the next one. You take care now, and bye-bye.